don't have Giannis, that ball has to move, and it has to move with a purpose and put pressure on the defense.
And with that graphic, as you look at the first quarter stats, points off turnover is a killer. The 1 for 7 3-point shooting is a killer here for the Bucks. Giannis really accounted for almost 50 passes per game, just himself.
Which is incredible. No way he was passing 50 times when I was there.
Doc Rivers was given that number in the pregame, and even he couldn't believe it.
Well, that's a credit to him, continuing to grow, continuing to learn and trust his teammates. Apparently he didn't trust us. Maybe it was me.
It's Cole Anthony with the miss, so the woes with the 3-point shooting here continue. A 1 for 8 after that miss. Bobby Portis clears it. You were saying, though, in the commercial break, you know, it's just, I shouldn't say just, but it's a 13-point deficit after the first quarter. And there's not many ways that this could have been too much worse for the Bucks here in the first to open up this game.
I mean, nothing really went well for Milwaukee. And to be down, now 11 after a loud, entrance from Paul George and a loud, closing from Tyrese Maxey to now still a dunk from Jericho with down 11.
Yep.
Like, you just got to stay the course.
Yeah, that was a loud bucket, speaking of loud, by Jericho Sims. All right, so the Bucks have a defensive stop the last couple of possessions now. As you mentioned, they trail by 11.
And if you're Milwaukee, I think you're okay with the threes like that right there, as long as you're continuing to put pressure. It doesn't sound like a broken record, but when that ball gets into the paint, that draws all of the attention. And those are the shots that you're used to seeing as a player. If you think about practice, that pass is coming from inside out. That is how that is your rhythm at all times. So when you can simulate that in game through movement and spacing and cutting and attacking, then it's going to be better shots.
Getting those paint touches. We'll take more air balls from Paul George, too, by the way. Gary Harris finding Gary Trent Jr. is the all-carry connection.
I feel like they heard me. You attack the paint, create a problem, and then, hey, it just takes one. It just takes one.
And the Bucks on an 8-0 run. The last 2.5 and counting. Here's some Tyrese Maxey in 9 minutes here.
And they went zone a little bit, trying to change the look up. Now, the zone, you got to rebound, and that's what they've been doing.
How about that long outlet pass? Gary Harris does a good job just to keep it still in play. Bobby Portis checking his feet, directing traffic. Spins towards the baseline, he gets it. Bobby Portis a great here in the second quarter. Much different story, like we talked about just another day at the office for the NBA world. Philly starts out 0 for 5. Look at Jericho challenging Drummond.
Two athletes meeting at the rim right there.
Yeah, you say that again. Side step 3, look. Gary Trent Jr. not there.
Might have had the first one, but again, Cole Anthony breaking that paint, finding out.
Those paint touches that you've been calling for. There's a bucket from McCain. Now 5 points off the bench. 5 points in 7 minutes. Bucks got to keep this flow going here a little bit. Now 4 seconds here to shoot. Gary Trent Jr. takes a peek at Bobby Portis. Some separation, and again, just his last couple.
That was a good defensive stand by Philly right there, and it's always tough. Milwaukee, when they got this run, it was because they were going against a non-set defense. They were getting stops. And you got to take the ball out the net. It makes it a little bit tougher.
Straight away from up top is Grimes. I mentioned he's been one of the better bench producers here this year. 4th in scoring. With the reserves here this season, it's early. There's a runner for Cole Anthony.
And then he just read Drummond right there. Sometimes he's up and he's attacking at that level of screen. This time he was in a drop. And again, his ability to get downhill and force the issue.
Time for a quick message. He's a pinky tendon injury and now dealing with a knee injury after a workout. Had to have a procedure in July. 13 points though tonight. And just his 2nd game back. His debut was on Monday. Off the hands there, Gary Trent Jr. Those are the turnovers that kill you.
You never like a turnover, but you rather have the dead ball ones than the ones where they're able to run, find an open transition three, or get it done.
The Sixers have 10 points off of turnovers. Lead in that category, 10-0. Off the hands of Trendon Watford, getting his first time. Now they finding Drummond, not going to get his shot blocked that time. His first field goal and his first points of the night.
I really like the zone look that Milwaukee is doing, making them slow their pace down a little bit, making them force, finding the right shot.
But you like that too.
I even like that even more. From one side to the other, attack, pass, find the ball in the corner.
Corner shot for Gary Trent Jr. And this quarter, the Bucks are shooting 50% from three after going 1 for 7 in the first quarter. Bucks still have not led here tonight. Largest lead for Philly has been 13.
And we've touched on it. This is the second night of a back-to-back for Philly. So if you're Milwaukee, you just have to continue to weather the storm like you did. At some point, fatigue is going to set in. And can you make sure you make them pay when it does?
Step back block. Cole Anthony looking good here in the first half. The 5th three-point make, the 4th of the quarter for the Bucks. Edgecombe, he hasn't gotten going yet, just 2 points for the rookie.